is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Let's go to Phil in Puerto Rico. Hey, Phil, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, doing great. Just wanted to thank you guys and the whole crew. Best content on the internet. Really appreciate everything you guys are doing.
We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Phil, how did you find us?
I just typed in live trading in YouTube one morning.
Cool.
I was looking for any type of live trading room. You guys came up, and
Awesome.
I know quality when I see it, or at least I like to think so. And I mean, you guys are just a dream. I appreciate everything you guys do.
Welcome to the Tiger family. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us.
My pleasure.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Kicking off August, folks. You're going to love it. Unreal. Don't take anything personally. Transform your life. When you refuse to take things personally, you avoid many upsets in your life. Your feeling of anger, jealousy, and even sadness will simply disappear if you don't take them personally. It's tough to do, folks, but bottom line, get it done. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 20, NASDAQ up 52, S&P's flat, gold contract up 260, trading at $18.15 an ounce. You get silver flat, $25.54 an ounce. Light sweet crude, that's taking a beating down $269, $71.26 a barrel. Notes and bonds, they just, folks, want to go higher price, lower yield. It's a big move out here today again, once again. You get the 10-year up 16 ticks, trading 134.30. The 30-year up a full point, plus 6 ticks at 164.29. And King Dollar. King Dollar's down 122 ticks, trading at 92.052. Euro is out here at 118. The yen is at 109.26, and the British pound's at 138 to 1 U.S. dollar. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Dave Mazza. Dave is the head of product and a managing director at Direction Shares. We talk to Dave every 2 weeks. Dave Mazda, what's going on?
Hey, doing well, thanks. Happy to be back.
It's great to have you back. And, you know, the ETFs in general, Dave, have got so much publicity. I mean, you know, last couple of years we've got a lot of publicity. But the last week, it's pretty amazing how many stories I've read in the Wall Street Journal about the amount of ETFs that are out there, number one, and that how putting portfolios together, you know, going forward. And it's pretty cool, you know, when you hit the Direction banner, folks, what you're going to see is this. I mean, we get ETFs for traders, we get ETFs for investors, and the bottom line is that if you're a, you know, well, we are retail traders, but what seems to have happened, Dave, is this. Like the ETFs that you actually have, you can build, you know, a full portfolio, and whether we're talking about, you know, the oil business, the biotechs, the going into the future, the thematic ETFs. And then we get the bonds inside there too. So it's pretty cool what has happened inside of the business in general. So can you just talk a little bit about the aspect of, number one, the ETFs that Direction does have, and number two, building portfolios with them? You know, because it seems to me, after reading some of these articles, that's where this whole business is actually going now.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think what I find remarkable, and one of the reasons why ETFs have been getting so much attention in the financial media in the last week, is that if you look through the first 6 months of 2021,
yes,
there's been more flows into ETFs than the entirety of 2020, which was a record year itself.
Wow.
So in half the period of time, it's already broken that record. And I think the reason why is to your very point. Historically, people thought of ETFs as really only for niche exposures, or if I'm a trader, I'll use them to trade and I'll use my mutual funds to invest.
Yes.
But because ETFs or individual stocks, what have you, because ETFs offer such breadth of exposures now, so slice and dicing the equity market in exciting ways like thematic products, you know, in addition to sectors, industries, countries, fixed income, right? So there you can build an entirety of portfolios from treasuries to corporate bonds to senior loan ETFs. And then, of course, commodities. So those are and other alternatives that are coming to market. And I think importantly is that we're not just seeing the growth in the passive kind of set it and forget it portfolios, which is happening, but we're also seeing growth in our business. In fact, our assets are at all-time highs because we're seeing traders use our leverage and inverse ETFs in ways that they haven't before because we've seen more volatility. One of the areas that we've seen significant volatility that we've talked about before, and you noted it just a few minutes ago, is what's going on in the Treasury market.
Yes.
So the rate moves that we're seeing in some ways are actually pretty remarkable.
You know what's so cool, man, is that and going forward, folks, okay, the bottom line, you never could get exposure to so many equities. Like if this was 5 or 10 years ago, when someone asked me, Dave, like I want to be in the market, I used to just tell them, hey, listen, man, buy the SPY and forget it, okay? I mean, because the bottom line is that, over a long period of time, if you can, not go, well, you're going to go through the downdraft, but you get my gist, okay?
Yeah.
Now what has happened, though, is that you can build, let's say you could have 10 great ETFs and have an amazing portfolio that you would have had to be a professional 15 years ago to do. That seems to be the reality now.
What I think, and again, what I think is really exciting is that, to your point, for some investors, if it's just a long-term portfolio that you don't necessarily want to look at and you really only add to, you can probably stick with broad-based S&P 500 or total market ETFs at the core. But now, to your point, you can complement that with funds that are focused on sustainability, if that's something that matters to you, or funds focused on themes like our work from home ETF or our Moonshot Innovators ETF.
Yes.
To kind of complement that long-term holding. And then, of course, if you are a trader and you have the ability to monitor your portfolio or interested in that, you can look to our leverage and inverse ETFs alongside probably what should still be the most of your core holdings in some of those more basic type strategies. But every investor can personalize their own portfolios today by using the breadth of ETFs, and to your point, in a way that just was never available. And if it was, it would have been extremely costly to do so. And one of the benefits of ETFs is that generally they're some of the lowest cost offerings you're going to see, and they offer this great tax efficiency and the flexibility that comes with trading on an exchange.
Well, and the tax efficiency is amazing compared to a mutual fund. There's no doubt about that. And we haven't even actually talked about the aspect if folks like international markets, because the bottom line is that they can throw a little international inside of that simultaneously. So it's really intriguing, basically how this whole thing has been laying out. So the amount of money that is coming into these right now is pretty amazing. There's no doubt, right? And we're seeing that in the professionals also, right?
Yeah, correct. So it's really been broad-based. So retail investors are now using ETFs more so, primarily because we saw commission rates come down across the board alongside professionals, right? So I think that really tells you about the resiliency of the vehicle itself.
There's no doubt. Well, listen, it's always a pleasure. Appreciate the education. You have a great one, safe one. We look forward to speaking at 2 weeks from today, Dave.
Thank you. We'll talk soon.
Thank you. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Stay right there,
Bye.
folks. We'll come right back.
Are you looking for a way to consistently add winning trades to your portfolio? Tom O'Brien is here to help. Tom O'Brien has been successfully trading markets for over 30 years. A frequent contributor to TD Ameritrade Network and CNBC, Tom O'Brien founded TFNN over 20 years ago to help educate investors just like you. Tom's daily market newsletter, Market Insights, is published every morning when the market's open to give you the competitive informational edge you need to succeed. These newsletters are packed full of Tom's advanced technical analysis and are geared to deliver comprehensive strategies for a successful portfolio. Get Tom O'Brien's newsletter, Market Insights, today and try all of our products and newsletters 30 days risk-free with our money-back guarantee at TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
What's separating you from the most successful men and women on Wall Street? That's right, information.
Having all the information gives us the perspective we need to place the right trades at the right time. The TAS Profile Scanner is the premier market profile-based scanner. Powered by its acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner instantly filters over 2,500 plus global financial markets, such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. This powerful suite of tools leverages instant trade filtering and strategy formulation to show you emerging trades before they happen. For a limited time, you can save $100 off your first month by using the promo code UPGRADE. And you still get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Level the playing field with the TAS Profile Scanner, which you can find under the Services tab at TFNN.com. Sign up today.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 12, Nasdaq's up 47, S&P's are flat. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday at 20 past the hour. And don't forget, folks, Steve has an outstanding show here every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, it's very easy to get Mastering Probability, folks. Just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right under featured content. You're going to see Mastering Probability. You just hit subscribe. You can get Mastering Probability for 1 month for $149. You get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. You can get it for 1 year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. Now, they all come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So, bottom line, you get it for a year. You'll like it. Great. You'll end up getting charged. You know, if it doesn't work for you, bottom line, you're going to get a refund, folks. So, check it out right on the front page of TFNN under featured content. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
Well, yeah, I'm enjoying watching the Olympics.
Yes.
You know, especially coming from Japan. As you know, I've spent a lot of time over there.
Yes.
I used to have some retail stores, and so the men's golf is now over, and the ladies' golf is going to be this week. And you know, the golfers, they play pretty immaculate courses, but for the folks that have never been over to Japan, there's not a stitch of grass that is out of place. I mean. They treat golf, it's on a pedestal, and so you know, in traveling back and forth, because it's such a long flight,
right?
I developed a process where it's one of my favorite days of the year, which was in leaving Japan. And how I would start off, Tom, was I would have a round of golf lined up in the morning.
Yeah.
And now playing golf there, it's different than playing golf in the U.S. It's a really long day, just simply because of the process that they go through. But I would start playing golf in the morning. I would then finish up early afternoon, go eat, have a nice little sushi, sake meal, and then the flights out of Japan back to the U.S. leave at about 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Okay.
And what I would do is so say today is August 2nd. I would start my morning off like that. My evening, I would hop on the plane about 8 or 9 o'clock, and I would fly to Honolulu.
Okay.
It's about a 6-hour flight.
Exactly.
And I would land, because of the time zone, I would land, and it would be like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning the same day.
How cool is that?
And then I'd fly over to my favorite island, which is Lanai, and play another round of golf. So I felt like I was stealing a day. And for anybody if anybody gets a chance to go over there and they enjoy golf, they really should do it. For me, it's just a cool experience. But in any event, so
well, you know what's wild is that Tommy went to school in Kyoto.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, when he was a junior. He did a semester there because he took Japanese. And so I sent them over. So picture this, folks. I sent them over with golf balls, right? He's looking at me like, you're out of your freaking mind, right? I said, I'm telling you, man. And this was at the height of golf over there, right?
Yeah.
Well, the family he was staying with, the guy was so elated that he couldn't see straight. So you know how it worked. It worked out great. That's the bottom line, folks, okay? But you can call up Tommy and ask him about the experience because it was an amazing experience. There's no doubt.
Well, and of all the places to go or all the cities, very cool that he was in Kyoto because the number of temples that they have over there, and each temple that you go to is just a unique and different experience, and just the architecture and the history. It's so cool. It's my favorite, other than U.S. It is my second favorite place to be.
Yeah,
but
well, I'll tell you what happened. The first phone call I got from him, he was at the pachinko parlor, okay?
That had to be a loud call.
So picture this, folks. You get a picture. We grew up in a gambling family anyway, okay? He's at the pachinko parlor. He's 14 or 15. I forget what it was, right? The bottom line, though, he meets some people, and he ended up walking away winning. That's the bottom line. Anyway, I know we'll get back to the market, but listen, this is what happens, I guess.
Yeah, but those pachinko parlors, those are amazing. All those ball bearings flying through those machines. It's one of the loudest environments that you can go into out there, but a ton of fun. But yeah, so back to the markets here just for a few minutes for the folks. Let me give them a feel for what it is that we're looking at. And so we talk about the seasonal pattern, the one-year seasonal pattern, and with the exception of the exact dates marking highs and lows, and this is the average out here, with the exception of the exact dates, the seasonal cycle pattern is still in play. And as we take a look, so for example, we typically see an initial top that takes place in the second, third week of May, and then a market that moves lower into June and then higher into July sometime. Usually it's the end of July. And so if we take a look at where we're at right now, we basically had the May 10th high. That has been exceeded, I think it might have been early last week or the end of the week before. And even today, that high has been tested again and rejected. So what I want folks to also understand is that the seasonal cycle is still in play here. And that seasonal cycle typically has us moving down into October, typically right around the October 13th timeframe. Now, if we're going to see a move lower, when I say, I don't know why I have May here, but if we're going to see a move lower, the level that we're watching for in the Dow equity future contract is going to be 33,774. That is the bottom of a new TAS market profile that is attempting to form. It's hard to see. It's in yellow. Okay. But what I want folks to take a look at out here, how well these TAS market profiles work, especially from an intermediate term time frame. First, take a look at coming off of the lows from March of 2020. We can see how these levels have primarily held. They've really held inside the ES Mini. Yes. And when you do get cracks below them, they typically indicate that we're going to head lower. So the first key level from a TAS market profile standpoint, from a weekly chart, is going to be 33,774. Now, this level is subject to change. The week is not over. It's attempting to form as we speak right now. Another key level of support that folks need to keep an eye on is the daily breakout area. And for me, the daily breakout level took place at 33,869. We've already seen, in fact, that was when we had that 1 or 2 day move to the downside. That was nothing more than a test of the breakout area. And as you've always taught us, don't chase the stock, let it come back to its breakout area. Well, the Dow has done that. And in order for the Dow to move lower, it needs to crack through that level. So the first level on the way down that we'd be watching would be the 33,869 area. Another key level for the Dow, if that level gets broken, we just move back to the daily. Now, this is the Dow. The first weekly chart that we were looking at was the Dow Equity Futures contract. So the level on the cash indice would be 30,014. And that's really, if things really get rocking and rolling to the downside, which I don't expect it, but if we did, that would be a key level to be watching. And if all of those levels fail, then we're looking at moving back to 24,843. Not a projection, but we want to understand it's piece by piece, where could this market go to? So the levels to be watching, 33,774. That's a weekly TAS market profile for the Dow Equity Future contract. 33,869. 30,014 and 24,843. Those are each for the cash indice out there. Now, from a TAS market profile standpoint, this first rectangle on the right out here is a brand new profile. I've shown a couple other profiles out here where the current profile wraps around the body of the prior profiles. What that does, Tom, is it generates a signal of a consolidation pattern. We don't know how long the consolidation pattern will be in play. But that's what the signal is for us. And consolidation patterns are a trader's paradise for intraday traders, not necessarily such a paradise for more swing type traders. So this is telling me that we're in for a difficult period of time until that consolidation gets broken. To the upside in the Dow would be 35,072. To the downside would be 34,202. So that's what I'm seeing in the markets right now. And folks, what you should do is anticipate a sideways consolidation market, which could last between now and October.
And folks, very easy to get Steve's newsletter. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the right-hand side under featured content, Mastering Probability. Just hit that button and you are off to the races. Steve Rhodes, you have a great one, safe one, and bottom line, I think we should probably get in the plane, go to Japan for a bit.
Let's do it.
Go back to Honolulu. No, go to Lanai,
We're taking
right?
Tommy to the pachinko party.
Totally. Have a great one, man.
Take care, Tom.
Are you having fun trading the markets, but having trouble finding like-minded individuals to discuss your trading and investment ideas with? Become an apex predator in the trading markets and join the Tiger's Den Trading Room only at TFNN.com. The Tiger's Den is an exclusive trading room where successful traders from around the world come to exchange trades and ideas. Join the den and surround yourself with the sharpest minds in the trading world. Subscribers to the Tiger's Den are also the first to have their questions answered live on air and can privately chat with our TFNN hosts live during their shows. Interact with other Tigers and Tigresses as they share trading ideas, news analysis, and discuss the market action all trading day. Subscribe to the Tiger's Den risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee and become part of the TFNN trading community. TFNN, educating investors.
You could be making money off the stock market. And if you're already making money off the stock market, you could be making a lot more. Check out TFNN and Tiger TV and get expert investing advice to give you the power to control your financial future. Go to TFNN.com and find the newsletter for you. Whether you're into trading gold, metals, futures, currencies, or options, you'll get advice and analysis to help you seriously get ahead. TFNN also features trading services with a 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers, as well as TFNN's Tiger Den Trading Room, trading software, and educational webinars for all trading levels. And make sure you check out Tiger TV for free on TFNN.com or TFNN's YouTube channel for live financial content from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on market days. Stop watching on the sidelines while other people get rich and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Thinkorswim. For more information, just click the Thinkorswim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrial's down 38, NASDAQ is up 23, S&Ps are off 4. Let's go take a look at Pinterest for a few of the tigers out here. So you get Pinterest right now. The low for the year is at $32. The high is 89. It's trading at 57. They came out with their numbers last week. Got a big sell-off happening in a huge way. The day of the number, they sold it down from 76 to 70, and then it gapped lower, opened the next day down at this 58 area. So the real question now is that, okay, you're at the lower end of the consolidation. Let's put this up for a couple of years. Yeah, I wouldn't be biting on this thing yet. When you get this close to the lower end, which we haven't hit yet, you're going to hit it. 53.94. So far, you've hit 57. I'd wait for it to hit. Yeah, because the volume is big. Last week. We'll see how it shakes out this week. But I would wait for it to hit it and reject it. What you don't have with Pinterest, okay, which, the bottom line is that, yeah, you can get some kind of a bounce out of it. But Pinterest does not have a high volume high also. And, when you actually look at it, I know Ryan, basically, one of the targets out here, his name happens to be Ryan, but I know basically what he looks at most of the time. Most of the time, they do have high volume highs. So it's a huge difference when you don't have a high volume high. Because then the real question is that, okay, are you looking just for a few points? When you have something like this, you have a high volume high, then you are really in sweet shape, because the bottom line is that you're talking about a high out here that was laying out at 89 and 57. Some of the higher volume equities in this market out here today, you get Advanced Micro up 287. We have Square. Square's that's a monster, man. It's up 26 bucks. They're going to buy Afterpay. Now, this is going to get really interesting. They're going to make some money on this, and you can see why that Square is up so dramatically. Square's going to buy Afterpay at $29 billion. Now, the way this Afterpay, this is an Australian company, folks, and the way this Afterpay works is that for the first 6 months, like you can basically you buy now and pay later. And I believe what happens in the first 6 weeks, you don't pay any interest on the deal, and then after that, you're going to get into interest. But the bottom line is that they're just going to incorporate this inside of their app, and this is like, and you can see why the stock's up. This to me, on an app, it's just conducive to buying things. That's the real bottom line. And because they don't have interest in the first 6 weeks, it's not a bad deal. There's going to be plenty of folks that think that, hey, I can basically, pay this off in 6 weeks. You get Tesla's up $25. That thing's on a tear also. We'll come back to that. What is that? Let me see this thing. What did General Electric do, a 10-for-1 split or something? Look at this. This is weird. Okay, hold it. Whoa. So General Electric's trading at $100. A 1-for-8 split. Look at that. They think they can fool you, folks. That is pretty sick. Thanks, Jeff. Unbelievable. So they do a reverse split and the hope that now you think you have a $100 stock and you think it's worth money. Let me show you something here now. Watch this. I'm going to put this up after a split, and you're going to see the aspect. So if we go back to, so now if we do this equity, you go back to 2008, it was $574, and you're talking $100. And if we go back to the highs, which is 2000, it would have been, oh, that's not right. Oh, I see. No, 334. It's 334 in 2008. In 2000, it was 465. Bottom line, thing is still a dog. That's the real bottom line, folks. Okay, so let's look at a few more of the higher volume equities out here. Marbell is up 8 cents. You got the Cleveland Cliffs down 79. U.S. Steel is off 113. FCX, I know there's a bunch of targets that own Freeport-McMoRan. Now, Freeport-McMoRan's in an ABC structure on the way up. It's down to $1.17 today, but guess what? You took out the B point, took it out with volume. That wants higher price. You take a look at the notes and bonds. We got to get a note and bond market. The note and bond market, folks, was phenomenal. So what's happening here is this. If you're perplexed by this, okay, I can definitely see why. There's no doubt about that, man. And the bottom line is that we're going after, we have a high volume high at 135.07, or 135.29. Now, when you're looking at the note and bond market, you can definitely say to yourself that, okay, listen, man, we have so much debt that we're going to continue to basically put out notes and put out bonds in order to pay for it. Well, believe it or not, folks, okay, this is what's so crazy. So watch this. I sent this to Tommy this morning. The note and bond market as of November. So as of this November, the Treasury will come out and tell us exactly how many notes and bonds that they expect that they're going to push out in the marketplace for the next year. Well, what's going on is that they actually have to push out less in the next year, okay, than they normally do. So there's going to be less 10 years and less 30 years that are out there. And, of course, internationally, nationally, all of this, people still are basically looking to buy notes and bonds. And whether it's the large insurance companies that are trying to just keep their balance sheet straight. What I mean by that is that they have liabilities that are out 30 years. They buy a 30-year bond to match that liability on the other side. You got to remember something inside of the note and bond market, folks, okay? That this doesn't necessarily have to be you and I that's just saying, hey, we think rates are going down, okay? What you have inside the note and bond market is that you have many, well, all the insurance companies, many of the companies in general that are just basically have longer-term liabilities that they match them, and on a small basis, you know, bottom line, yeah, you're getting a 2%, but guess what? 2% over the course of 20 or 30 years turns into real money. And so what's going on, and that's what may be happening out here today, that article out here today saying that they're going to be coming out with less. That's what's driving this. It's all about supply and demand. So there's going to be less supply, and if the demand stays the same, that way folks are buying notes and bonds, bottom line, guess what? You're going to lower price. That's how this thing shakes out. So big number. Let's go over to Amazon, the king out here. Bottom line is that pullback. You're testing the pullback today, but you gotta let this test the whole way. It hasn't tested the bottom yet. The bottom of that low on Friday was 3306. We got the 3317 thus far. I would just let this get down. You need a test. You need a rejection of that level because the bottom line is that you're still in a consolidation inside Amazon. It's been in a consolidation. It broke higher. It did break higher. It had the volume when it broke higher too, by the way. It was pretty good volume on a monthly. Monthly was 83 million. It was taking out volume of 115. So bottom line, not an ABC structure on the way up. Stay right there, folks. Come right back. We have the Dow Industrials. Right now trading down 44. NASDAQ is off. No, and NASDAQ is up 2. S&P's down 5. We'll come right back.
Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
The technology around us is changing every day. With so much happening, it can seem impossible to keep up with all the information. David White's investment newsletter, The Technology Insider, is designed to give you all the information you need to understand the technology that shapes today's markets and tomorrow's future. David White has made his living staying on the cutting edge of technology. His weekly newsletter will give you specific recommendations for value tech stocks, as well as entry prices, target prices, and stops to set for each trade. Dave delivers his weekly newsletters every Friday with updates throughout the week. You can get the Technology Insider at TFNN.com for only $37.50. Sign up for David's newsletter, The Technology Insider, and get an inside look at everything the technology sector has to offer. Try it risk-free today with our 30-day money-back guarantee. TFNN, educating investors.
biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien. Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 62. You get the Nasdaq up 13. S&Ps are down 6.5. Let's go take a look at the SOX. SOXX. So the SOX right now is at all-time highs. Okay, the low for the year out here was 286. The high was 465. That was hit today. Now we're at 460, and what the question is it risking an island top? And it is, man. And it's not only doing that. Now this gets really intriguing, this one, man, because we've been at these highs for a long period of time, man. Well, I mean, now, yeah, let's see. How many? This is a 6-month shot I have. Let me put this on a year for a second. So you've been consolidating for quite some time. Look at that, man. So in February of last year, you were at 443. Bottom line is that we bring this closer. Yes, there's no doubt that this could end up being an island top. Now, what happens with an island top, okay, is this, folks, okay? Where the chips go, the NDX goes. Where the NDX goes, the market goes. That's the bottom line. So what you also have now is that you get a shooting star that's laying up here. And what a shooting star is in candlestick charting, folks, is that it starts at highs, closes at lows. We have a gap. The bottom line is if you do gap down tomorrow, you get, yes, you get an island top and you get a shooting star simultaneously. Now, here's the cool thing. Listen to this. This is wild, folks. A shooting star loves to get tested. That's how this works, which is really cool, man, because what happens if you get the island top, so picture you get the island top, and if that's what we get out here tomorrow, that would tell me that more than likely the SOXX could pull back to like 443, which, it's not bad. That's only 4 days ago, by the way. The highs are 4 days ago. And the reason I'm saying that is that has big volume there. It also has decent volume. Well, the best volume is down a lot lower than that. But I'd say 443 at the beginning. Now, the cool thing about that, folks, is this, is that if that's what you get, and then you have a contraction of volume, well, guess what, man? That means it's going higher again. Because if we go back over to the Qs, and we take a look at the Qs, you're going to see before I left, I think here's my little stretch notes here. We get 370 and 380 on this ABC structure up. So we made 368.69 last week. Bottom line is that, yeah, you're giving it up on price right now. There's light volume. You get a Monday that, okay, we'll probably pull back somewhat, but I don't see a big pullback, man. So what you're going to have is this. This is what's pretty wild, is that because we came down so fast last Tuesday, down to that 360 level inside the Qs, that's going to take a lot of juice to get down there because we went down with 57 million shares. So let's just picture that tomorrow you get a down market. If you get a down market, what you're going to be looking at, what you should be looking at, you keep your eye right on that 360 level inside the Qs and see how it operates and then see how the volume operates. Because if you get a contraction of volume right away, the bottom line, it's saying it's going to go higher. If you do not get a contraction of volume, if you get more volume, then the low is going to be game. And the low of this consolidation is 352. That's kind of how I'd look at it. Inside of the NDX out here today, the strength versus the weakness. You have the strength out here is Tesla. That's up 3%. NetEase is up 2.7. You get Peloton up 2.5, and you get AMD up 2.2. Taken away from it, Pfizer is down 4.7. You get Moderna off 2.8. You have Keurig. Oh, look at that Keurig Dr. Pepper. What a trip that is. Haven't seen that for a while. That's down 2.2, and you get PayPal off 1.6. Let's go over the Keurig Dr. Pepper. This is pretty wild. You know what's wild about the Keurig deal, folks, okay? When that started in Vermont, when it started, and I'm sure there's plenty of you Tigers out here that know it, we had we did a deal with Keurig. Used to have the CEO on a couple times when we just started. He sent us about 50 Keurig, things to give away. And we gave them away all right. It was some fun. Keurig Dr. Pepper, interesting. So that's the consolidation. It's already, this is rejecting $33. Let me just, what do they take in for revenue? Oh, look at this, Burlington, Mass now. Okay, so $3.2 billion. Well, they're taking in some money. So that is intriguing, though. Burlington, Mass. So they started out in Vermont. Now it's in Burlington, Mass. Okay. Pretty cool. No doubt about it. Let's go take a look at, Green Mountain. So they must have bought, that was the same thing. That was Green Mountain. So I see what happened. Thanks, Terry, man. That's cool. So Green Mountain turned into Keurig, because that was a bigger name, evidently. Keurig ended up, bottom line, probably buying Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper bought them for their name or something. That's pretty wild, man. That's really crazy, actually. Let's see here. Here it is. This stock here. PRQR. Okay, so what do we got here? This is ProQR Therapeutics. It operates a biotech company focused on the next development to treat genetic disorders. The low is $3.40. The high is $9.46. So this is still basically, it's a biotech that doesn't take any money in, as that normally happens. So the real question is, you're at 520 right now, and you get a high volume spike at 946. So it's moving that way again. Let me put this on a monthly for a second. So you get the monthly too. Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is that, is it going to go for the 946 again? It probably will. Something to keep an eye on here. And this is when you're looking at this, Dan. Okay, this is important to really understand. Is that you have monster volume, and you had a price spike, and then it gave it up, right? But what I've seen is that when it does not take out a swing point, it could be a very big problem. And this, even when it had the spike, it couldn't take out the $10.90 when it went to that 946 and then gave it up. So the bottom line is that, yes, they're buying it out there today. If we take a look at, you got a short position of 2.9%. That's not a big enough short position, I can tell you that, to get it going. But the bottom line is that, it looks to me like, the bottom line is that, out here today, you can make the case that it wants to run to 784 because you broke the downtrend. The way this is trading out here today, you did break the downtrend. That's how the kind of baby is set up. Let's go take a look at Google. So Google came out with numbers last week. They were monster numbers, there's no doubt. The numbers were big all around when these companies were coming out, folks. Google right now is up 570, hanging at highs, has a high volume high, just wants higher price. That's the bottom line. Whether we pull back a bit, next couple days or not, Google wants higher price. Dow Industrials right now trading down 82. NASDAQ is up 2. S&P's up off 8. We'll come right back.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Markets can rise and fall like the tides. Subscribe to Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, and you too can ride the wave. Basil Chapman is an authority in technical analysis. His Chapman Wave trading system has been helping traders identify trends and capitalize on momentum in the markets since 1984. TFNN invites you to test Basil's proprietary Chapman Wave trading methodology with a monthly subscription to the Opening Call newsletter for only $149. Your subscription to the Opening Call comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, as well as daily market updates on key indexes, stocks, and commodities. Ride the wave. Sign up for the Opening Call risk-free today.
Introducing Primal Edge.
Today, it's even more important to take a supplement that complements your health. Primal Edge is specifically formulated to boost your immune system and help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Our early ancestors found all their nutritional requirements in the wild environment. But today, our food sources don't contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients that we need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated humic and fulvic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, without them, life cannot exist.
That's right, Ellen. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge. Just $89 exclusively at TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials down 115. You get the NASDAQ off 6. S&Ps are off 12. Bottom line, you get all these indices red just slightly, folks. That's where this is coming down to. And I don't see it as a big deal. We go take a look at the E-minis first. What you see inside this E-mini contract, we went from 44.19. You're at 43.77. So that's a good run down. There's no doubt about that. You rejected the higher price. Now the question is that where are you going to go? You know, we've been up here for 6 days. You know, we're going to find out real quick. Where this monster support is at 43.30, you know, and it's only 40 points down, 45 points down. So we'll see whether you get down into that level, but the bottom line is that is not a lot. Inside the NQs, we take a look at the NASDAQ NDX 100. That just went from 15,056. You know, you're down 100 points inside the NQs, and that's where this is going to be. The low of last week is going to be the big number. The low of last week inside the NQs is going to be the 14,774. And we'll see how this shakes out. You know, the market itself doesn't have a long period of time to really get going to the downside. You know, as we were just talking with our man Steve Rhodes, the bottom line is that, yeah, you get a couple months. A couple months, folks, is not a long time. You know, I understand in the marketplace, yeah, 30 seconds could be a long time if you get, you know, the market's going south in a big way. But realistically, what normally happens is that if you're going to get a big pullback, the bottom line, it takes about 6 weeks. That's how this thing shakes out. So I just don't see it. But guess what? We will see how this thing shakes out. Gold still wants higher price. Silver wants higher price. The dollar is still a toss-up here, man. The dollar did get underneath its range. If the dollar can basically stay lower, then that metal market has a big chance to go a lot higher. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need, folks, is right inside. You might as well have a blast with it. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit us tomorrow. Tommy kicks us off 9 o'clock in the morning. Great show. Have a great one, folks. Have a safe one.